don't know how to pronounce this river that I'm about to cross, but I've read about it in so many of the books that I've read in the past from one of my favorite authors as a kid and beyond. David Baldacci writes about the Appomattox River, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's pretty fun to drive through areas that are heavily described in my fiction books. Finally started using my car's GPS to navigate to my final destination so that I could actually video the entrance to some of these places because the little towns are cute. Oh man, I'm gonna be staying right by the river and the lake. Oh, check it out. Oh, we get to see the water. Oh, an old cobblestone road too. It's gonna be a bumpy ride for y'all. Oh, check that out. Oh my goodness. I'm staying at a historic property. Let's go check it out. This is cute. Oh, there's a fireplace in my room. My goodness, the details in here are amazing. There's a guitar in the corner, the fan and light system. Have you ever seen that before? And then this old school fireplace. Wow, so cool. Bathroom looks like it might be sweet too. I'm going on a sunset walk around the neighborhood, and it's actually going to be a very historical walk. And this house in the background is General Grant's cabin. So I'm gonna go over there and see if there are any additional signs, and also the sunset should be over there too. This is pretty crazy. It is pronounced Appomattox. General Grant's headquarters at Appomattox Manor. And President Lincoln spent 3 weeks here. Look at that! It is funny when I actually look up how to pronounce things that in a book I've just been reading, however I feel like it. And in my head, I've always been pronouncing that Appomattox River. Not even close. But when you're reading, you don't really need to worry about how to pronounce it. You just know that you're seeing the same word over and over again. Oh. It smells like tar, which is a little weird, but I do think that this area is more likely to have natural like tar and pitch and things like that that smell like the road. The crepe myrtles, wait, no, I'm pronouncing that wrong. The crepe myrtles, there's a whole line of them and they're all massive. They've got beautiful pink blooms right now. Look at them, they're beautiful. I'd say this is more than just a cabin. I really can't wrap my brain around all of this being in existence several hundred years ago. That is one thing that I don't get a lot of exposure to, being from the West. Things that are really old. or structures anyways. All of the land formations are really old over there. Wow, that is just stately. This sunset is gonna be beautiful. I wonder what this was. Look at the, I think it's iron. I don't think it's wood. It's some kind of metal that's pretending to be wood. Oh, I love being so close to massive bodies of water. My dragonflies are out in full force. Are you guys ready? It's all so beautiful. Dragonfly. Alright, I looked at a map. That direction is the Appomattox River. I guess kind of all of this is that river as well. And that is the James River that's coming in. And then all of this flows out eventually to the Chesapeake Bay and then the Atlantic. So, go Wool. I need to get me a boat. Go check out all of this from the water, because stuff like that looks completely different to look at the land from the water than it looks like what we're doing right now. So my host was telling me that those 3 buildings back there, they are excavating underneath them and around them to see if there are any artifacts, because they need to reinforce the foundations of those buildings with concrete. And so they're excavating before all of that ground gets completely sealed in. I discovered my mistake. This is Grant's cabin. That makes much more sense. That is a lot smaller. Tree canopies. They just feel like a secret garden. And with traffic, I get to actually look at it. Oh, yes! An old bridge! This is the first time in what feels like days that I've had a route with a view. There's been so many tall trees like this. Makes me realize that the views I'm so used to in Colorado and Arizona are vastly different than the roadways out here. I happened upon a route that goes through all kinds of curvy roads and neighborhoods and really cool old houses. Even though the map, I still allowed highways, which usually takes me on a more boring route. I'm pleasantly surprised and pretty stoked actually because my my expectations have been pretty low for today's drive, since I'm going through like the outskirts of DC, so I've been expecting a ton of traffic, and I got a ton of traffic for hours. So this portion of the drive is beautiful and feels more like what I should be doing in my zoom zoom of a Mazda. Oh, I love it. Some of these houses are giant. Like that one is a 4-car garage. But that's just too much space for one family. Like, let's share the love. Wow, this is a big dam. And they're actually letting us drive on it. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting this at all.